Hello, welcome to Gemstone Tarot weekend reading for 19th and the 20th of August 2023. I feel like I've really got that right, which usually for me is like a red flag. I'm like, never mind. It's a very steely grey day today. I don't know why. There's like nothing happening whatsoever. Even the people that were doing a bit of work on the grey door house over there are kind of, can't even see them. They must be having like a cheese and pickle sandwich out the back or something. Nobody's in the hotel, still looking at the same sad hangers. Wendy asked me the other day, did I really expect those sad hangers to match? You know what? It's what separates us from the animals, people. And speaking of that, I've got Guardians of the Night Tarot by MJ Cullinane. Am I saying that right? MJ Cullinane? Is it Cullinane or Cullinane? Anyway, she's very good. And this is a very chunky deck. It has some very, very good card stock. And the back of the cards is nice. Look at that. That's just the back. I know. So, what do we need to know? We have the weekend moon is in Virgo until about midday-ish, 1 o'clock, and then it moves into Libra. I think that's, you know, it's very balanced. It's getting things done. We could be rooting around. It's not maybe a full rummage of a cupboard, but it's definitely a tidying things along, filing here and there, snipping a few plants. You know, I can see possibly a social thing. Got the King of Wands. Ooh. Okay. I think there's a salmon. Of course, we've got the usual. God, we've got loads of ones. Oh no, I've knocked a crystal on the floor. Oh God. I should go and get it, but I'll probably knock the whole camera thing off. One moment. Oh God. There goes the hand cream. Yes. Got it. Sorry, hand cream. And you're still here. I don't know how many of you can remember me doing that once and the whole camera system just fell to the side. And I kept going. I was like, the show must go on. So it did. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let's have an overall energy card as well. You, my lovely. Oh. Never mind. Right. So, overall energy, I think that's a moth. I'm saying this because isn't it gorgeous for a start? Moths are quite gorgeous. We got the 5 of Cups, and it's either a moth or a butterfly, because I'm getting a whole like chrysalis, you know, phoenix rising type vibe from it. We've got 3 cups that are smashed and broken, and we've got 2 cups that are up in the upright. So there's some kind of, I think it is very 6 of one and half a dozen of the other energy at the moment. There's some kind of loss. We are definitely saying goodbye to one cycle. And hello. Say hello and wave goodbye, of course, the first single I ever bought. And also quite a maudlin sounding record, I have to say. What was going on there? I don't know. Now, if we look at the cards, which hopefully we can do by doing this. Yes. Look at those beauties. This is gorgeous. Guardian of the Night Tarot. We got Judgment. And Judgment, we got the snake. I don't know what bird that is. Either way, we got the snake. And the snake is also about shedding skin, and it's about renewal, and it's about rebirth as well. And I notice here we have the 8 of Wands, and I don't know what this is. Is this like this looks like a snake to me too. Or is it an eel? I'm not very good on eels. I have to say, they give me the slight ick. But after all, and is that an owl? I think it's oh my God. I think so. Anyone who wants to weigh in at any time to identify any animals, please let me know. Either way, we've got a snake rising. I think it's Kundalini energy. So there is some sap rising. There's some Kundalini energy. We've got the King of Wands, which is woof, chicka chicka, and rawr. Not bad. For some of you, you may be going out on a date with somebody, and it might be somebody who turns out to be quite entertaining, quite warm, quite humorous, quite happy in their own skin, you know, salsa guy, that kind of thing. But we just have this thing here, this thing with the Eight of Wands and the Judgment, because this is the Ten of Wands. And I do believe these are leaping salmon. I think. I know, it's the only problem with me and animal decks. I really like them, but I can never identify them, which amuses half of you and really annoys the rest, but there's nothing I can do about it. We've got leaping salmon. So I don't know if you've ever watched salmon leap. I've only watched it on a film. It's really hard work. They're going against the tide or whatever the current, I suppose. And they have to. That's how they survive, isn't it? That's what they have to do. And most species have to do the equivalent at some point. They really have to work on it. As humans, it may not happen as regularly, but it happens. As Philip Larkin says in his poem Ambulances, every street is visited in time. I know, I mean, by God, is he king of the maudlin or what? And yet a genius. I know. Where Can We Live But Days? Days by Philip Larkin. The Whitsun Weddings, all of them, they are genius. I say that against my own grain. Because I bet I would not have liked to have gone down the pub with him particularly. But he is a genius. Oh, let's just move that. Okay. So we've got Judgment, we've got the Eight of Wands, we've got the King of Wands, but we've got this Ten of Wands. It's reaching a certain breaking point that I think is quite healthy. And once we get past that point, breaks open some Kundalini energy. Folk lady is rising. Ow, she's got her tambourine. She's out there. I am folk lady, clearly, letting it all hang out. Yeah! There's no sandals here. She's not got those glittery high heels that I saw in the charity shop. I know. I didn't buy them, by the way. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, have a look at the community tab. I didn't buy them because I love them, but I can't walk in them. And, you know, got to be able to walk, but what can I say? Mermaid shoes. So, Ten of Wands, we are overwhelmed in some way. Eight of Wands, we need to communicate this. Writing poetry, speaking to somebody, even a really good down and dirty chat. And I don't mean that in the worst way. I just mean like with your best friend, you know, where you could talk about anything. Hooray. And this snake in the background, the Judgment, and then we got the Sun, which is very, very welcome. So we've got some big cat energy going on. We've got the energy of enlightenment as well. This is a lot. I would also say any event with music or dancing in your own kitchen would be very good. And also you could do some of that shaking it out stuff that I really recommend and I've been trying to do lately, which kind of, you know, just looks like back in the day when you were at the school disco, that kind of thing. But it really gets rid of wasted kinetic energy that we need to get out. And I'm kind of getting that, you know, folk lady is not just dancing, she's flapping and she's going to take off. Okay, itchy nose. Let's have a wisdom of the oracle. What do we need to know for the weekend? Let me know what you're doing this weekend as well. Hit the like button as well if you're staying in and doing nothing. If you've got no plans. Nil plans. And if you're happy about that as well. If you're really happy about that. Okay. How ironic. We get the Fates. And the Fates is to do with climbing that beautiful sparkly rope in the sky. Okay, it's a beautiful thing. You're being led by some kind of messy destiny. This is not something that fits well into the chapters of a book, okay? This is something that fits better into, what do they call that kind of writing, like To the Lighthouse by Virginia Woolf, where it's stream of consciousness writing. This is more stream of consciousness. It's not time for the planning, okay? It's time for a mixture of letting go what you don't need and transforming what is still with you from the past into something good and creative, whether that's a conversation, a cake, or anything frenetic. I hope that came across okay. Leave me a comment, let me know how it resonates, and I'll see you on Monday. Namaste.